What's up, guys? What's going on? Hey, real quick, getting started on the video, there's a leaf vac system down here. Now, I talked about it the other day. Why would you pay that much for that type of equipment? And it really makes no sense here, because they come and pick the leaves off of the curb for you. Okay, so we'll talk about that today. Are you really saving money? And now look, some guys need leaf vac systems, there's no doubt. But when you come to a neighborhood that has leaf cleanup, curbside cleanup, all we have to do is blow the leaves to the curb and leave them, man. That, to me, is not an efficient way to spend your money. We'll talk about that. Let me get you guys some footage, and I'll see you here shortly. All right, guys, we are at one of the last for the day. We've got 3 left. It's the end, honey.
It is.
Yep, we're doing our last cuts this week, and it's a little windy out, definitely cold, and her cleanup is all done. Somebody did that for her. So we're gonna get some footage of this one for you, and yep, I'm gonna do the a little bit of leaves here for her. So hey, let's go to work. We'll talk about why you don't need to spend a lot of money to make good money on leaf cleanup. Okay, I just think there are ways you can do it without spending a lot of money, and that's just my opinion. Once again, this is only based on the fact that I've been doing it for 13 years. So it's the only fact I got for you. Let's go to work. Okay, guys, we're gonna blow everything off, get on to the next one. You guys like this yard. I know this is one of my favorites. A lot of you have told me it's one of your favorites. I do not get paid to do leaves here. I do them because I want this yard to stay pristine throughout the year. They just have never wanted leaves blown out and cut up and all that stuff. So, you know, I do it. I take it upon myself to do it. Sometimes you have to take it upon yourself to do certain things. They don't get mad when I do it. They just don't ask for it. I ask them if they want it. They say, no, it's okay. But for me, I know what's going to look like if I don't get leaves off the yard. And I think that yard is just too beautiful to leave leaves on it and get wet and kill it. So, hey, on to the next one. But, you know, here's a point real quick. You know, you could spend $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 on a trailer with a leaf vac to come out and blow leaves out of a yard and then suck them up on the street. But like at the last house where I showed you the guys with the leaf vac, I talked to the customer and she said, not sure why they do that, because we have a leaf collection twice a month from November to December. So I'll definitely be videotaping that one for you, of me doing the leaves. It's a lot of leaves, but once you get them out to the street, that's it. You need a blower. That's all you need. Okay, so anywhere from $250 to $700 instead of $6,000, and you're making the same amount of money. So sometimes you got to just put your thinking cap on. Now, if you're doing a big apartment complex, and you know, it also differs, man. If you're a solo guy, you don't need that big stuff. But if you are a corporation where you've got 25, 35, 45 workers or more, and you're doing large apartment complexes, yes, you're definitely going to need that type of equipment. But anyway, we'll get into it later. See you soon. Okay, guys, this is my next yard, and I'm going to show you the after of the front when I'm done. Okay, guys, there it is. That's the first of 2 cleanups. Did not get every leaf, but every leaf is not off the tree yet. Come back in about 2 weeks and do it. I'll tell you 2 things that are your worst nightmare on leaves. Number 1, the wind. Not dust, but the wind. Number 2 is not knowing the yard and not knowing what people have left in the yard. Man, you can get yourself in all kinds of trouble. You can tear your mower up quick not knowing what people have left in their yard. So if somebody new comes up to you and says, hey, do you mind doing my yard real quick, doing my leaves? And you're thinking, man, there's an extra $100. You better watch out. You better be safe. Walk the yard, know what you're getting into, because there could be hoses, pieces of metal, anything laying in that yard. So, okay, let's get on to the last one, and we'll finish this bad boy up. See you in a minute. Okay, guys, I just got this front yard done, and it was an absolute mess. There were leaves piled on top of leaves and a small space to get it in. I'm going to show you the backyard here. I'm not going to film here because it's going to be extremely dusty. But I will show you the back before and after. Here is part of it. You can see got leaves everywhere, man. So this is going to take me a little while. And when I'm done, I'll show you what it looks like with just a blower and a set of gator blades. See you soon. Okay, guys, there it is. Not every leaf out, but I've still got to do one more cleanup. And that's what it looks like. That was a bear. That thing was a bear, man, with one person. But got the blower, got the gator blades, and that stuff was turning to dust. So let's talk about equipment, what you do need, what you don't need, and how to save money. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, all done, back home. So I want to get into it. Look, I don't want to come off as being the guy that says you don't need this or you don't need that, or it's not going to make your job easier. A lot of this stuff makes your job easier. It would be great if my V-Ride had the big leaf vac collection system. Then again, where am I going to dump it? I'm not going to dump it on that trailer, so that means I have to buy a different trailer. You really have to think about what is feasible, what makes sense to do. To me, if you're a guy with 50, 60 yards, winter time's coming, leaves are dropping, you could go around after your last cuts and just start gator blading up and blowing out beds and chopping leaves up and just blowing the yards out once you're done. And you're making good money on that, guys. I do cleanups. A lot of my cleanups with just leaves are right anywhere from $100 to $250. My bed cleanouts are usually $175 to $350. And I have nothing but a mower, gator blades, a rake, and some hedge trimmers, okay? I don't have a lot. You can start with a hand, you know, a lot of people don't know this, but the guys that do know it laughed at me. I had one handheld blower for the first 8 years in business. Never even bought a backpack blower, didn't see the need for it. I did all of my leaf jobs with a handheld blower. Did it take a long time? Yes, it was brutal because it took a long time. But my goal was to save money for other equipment. I never had trimmer racks and blower racks until 3 years ago. There was a lot of things I didn't have that most people just consider just an item that you get every other day or something. So I have learned to do a lot with a little. And I feel like if you can do that, you have a really good shot of making high profits. My goal is to make the most profit while spending the least amount of money. Would I love to have the big 72-inch mower with the 3-bagger system in the back? Sure. But I am just not willing to pay $3,500 to go out and do leaves when with a set of $58 or $54 gator blades, I can go make $8 grand and put it in the bank. I mean, what? It just makes no sense, man. But look, I'm not saying those things are bad. They all have a place. They all have a purpose. If there's one thing you guys have learned from me, I've told you many times, you don't need all this fancy equipment to make a living, okay? Now you're gonna see over the next month, I'm gonna be doing a lot of cleanups, and I'm gonna have a pair of hand pruners that you can buy for 12 bucks at Lowe's, Home Depot, wherever you wanna buy it, a rake that costs you about 15 to 20 bucks, and a pair of hedge trimmers. And sometimes you don't even need those. Ray did a video where he's got these little handheld steel clippers. Those things are freaking awesome. I mean, you could do all your cleanups with that. Like I say, you know, spend all the money you want. If you've got it and you want to spend it, spend it. Do whatever you want. I'm just trying to save you all some money and make you all understand you can have higher profits with less money spent. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I am getting ready to I'll do probably 6 tomorrow. I'll video that for you, and then I've got 4 or 5 on Saturday. Nessa's working this weekend. Hope you all had a great day. If you guys like the videos, please subscribe. If you enjoy, if I taught you something, you want to help out the channel, hit the super thanks. And as always, Dr. Real was in the house. Keep it real, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.